Have you recorded any yet?
No. Hello and welcome to Leonard Brothers Game. I'm David.
I'm John.
And this is Killzone 3. A lot of people will at least be somewhat familiar with Killzone for the launch title, Killzone Shadowfall on the PlayStation 4, which is supposed to be just graphically gorgeous, but otherwise has no redeemable value. You know, gameplay is lame. I guess I can just hit this. There we go. Storyline doesn't really matter. I mean, one thing I've noticed, at least from this is near the beginning of the game, but you play as these freedom fighters, and they're fighting against the Hellgas. These guys with big gas masks with red glowing eyes. And just a note: if you're working with people that your clothing, your costume is gas masks with glowing red eyes, you're probably working for the wrong people.
You're probably for the bad guys.
For the bad guys, yeah, pretty much think that. But anyways, the story in this is so, like, there's like characters like Sergeant Velasquez and other different names and stuff. And I'm like, I can't seem to skip this Shevchenko. And I don't know these people. I don't care about these people. I mean, you look at games like, this is supposed to be the direct competition to Halo. This is supposed to be Sony's answer, in-house, first-party, high-quality, first-person shooter that's supposed to compete with the Halo franchise. And you look at Halo, you never see Master Chief's face. You don't hear him talk that often. But he has more personality and more a connection with the player than anyone in this game.
More emotion.
More of an emotional impact.
Well, okay. Do they do better than Gears of War?
Gears of War I kind of don't care about either. I mean, I know people who do, but I don't really know anyone who cares about the Killzone story.
Okay.
Although they are more similar in that regard. Anyways, there are these ammo packs. This was made back in 2011 during the heyday of 3D. So this is like the second game to support simulcast on our 3D monitor. We can have two full screen, versions instead of being split screen, like Motorstorm Apocalypse. I think there's only 2 or 3 games, and this is the second one that has that support. And now I got these 2 big mech fighters fighting. Basically, the series as a whole, it started on the PS2, the original Killzone, and then Killzone 2 came out on PS3, and then there's Killzone Mercenaries, and a couple other ones on the PSP, and one on the PS Vita, which all of them are just, graphical powerhouses. At least they really push the limits of the system that they're on. But that's it. The gameplay is bland. The story is even worse. There isn't much else redeemable to it. It just looks pretty. And it uses the latest kind of technology. And there's a thing of being a squad battle. If you die once, you get revived. You die again, you have to start from the beginning of that section. Like this. Maybe they'll bring you back, but I doubt it. I can't get to you, so I die. And then I just start from the last checkpoint. Wherever that is. And it's kind of weird that when they start the game, they start you as the Hellgas, the bad guys. And so that's basically like you're in that suit, and you're kind of wondering what's going on. Why am I playing as the bad guys? And when their main leader is voiced by Malcolm McDowell, so it's kind of funny. It's like I just think of there's like Fallout 3 and stuff like that, and saying like, "Oh, President." You just hear that voice, and it's like, well, it's Malcolm McDowell. He's the bad military guy every time. And what really annoys me about a lot of these games, though, is that the controls are vastly different. Even though the gameplay is the same, like, one button you'd expect to dash with. That button in a different game is throwing a grenade. So I'm switching from one game to the next, and I don't exactly remember where I was in the previous one, but I tried to use the controls from the last game, and ended up throwing a grenade and killing myself. I'm like, that's not cool. Why can't these developers get together and have a uniform set of controls? You all do the same thing. You switch weapons, you duck, you crawl, you have a melee attack. Why can't they all be the same buttons? At least on the same console. I understand different consoles, they have different button layouts and stuff like that, but at least be if you're playing a game on the same console, it should have similar or at least the same controls. Have like multiple button sets. Like, this is what we want you to play. This is what you're probably used to. Ooh, a missile launcher. Let's pick that one up. I don't know, unless I die first.
Hey there, you died.
Yeah, I know. I do that a lot. Yeah, there's a get revived. Okay. hopefully fine for that rocket launcher one. Goodness, there we go. Hold down. But anyways, being made, I died again instantly. Wow, terrible. Can't even get to it. Okay, revive me. Give me a chance here, people. Ah! Oh, revive my teammate. Can I do it before dying myself? Wow. This is almost an easy difficulty mode, too. I didn't pick me hard. It was supposed to be easy, and yeah, it's like, brutal. But being designed in 2011, it was like the heyday of 3D, and also the heyday of the Move controller. So this has, Move motion controller support. So if I had the little PlayStation Move camera hooked up to this, I could use that. And it also has different mini-game sections where at least they still work on the regular controller because of the 6-axis controls. So you have to turn a valve, and you hold like L1 or R1 or whatever, and like you have those representing both hands, and you twist the controller left or right.
Can you throw a grenade at him?
They tend to avoid those. See, it didn't hit any one of them. It's hard to figure out.
They threw a grenade at you and it hit you.
Yeah. It's hard to really figure out how to precisely aim the thing. Okay, pick up the missile launcher. Find where these guys are and slaughter them. It's also got this like kind of a free roaming kind of moves kind of stuff. There we go. Boom! That's what I wanted to do. Load, reload. Kill 3 Hellgraphs with 1 frag grenade. I launched a frag grenade quite a while back, and I'm just getting that trophy. Oh, that's overkill. One little guy. I'm gonna get. Oh, bring me back! Bring me back! Thank you, dude. I don't care if you don't get back. That worked? That worked? I don't know. No ammo. Oh, come on.
No life.
No life at all. Nothing. Terrible. This is why I don't play first-person shooters. Oh, but I didn't actually say how much I paid this game for. This was actually the special edition. Even though it came out several years ago, I got it for 25 bucks. Normally it was like 50 bucks, and it was half off that day. And it was like, okay. Normally it would have spent, like, when it first came out, 150, 200 bucks, and it came with the Hellgast helmet. Figurine. Should have come with a whole bunch of downloadable extras, but the codes have already been used, so fair enough. Used copy. I don't care. Not that big a deal. I know, like, the game's old enough now, I think the map packs are free. And it's still playable online. So that's good, unlike a lot of other recent games. Did you hear that Nintendo is shutting down the DS and Wii online services?
I had heard about that, yes.
Yeah.
On
those people.
Gigabytes.
Yeah, even people playing Black and White 2. Still a fairly recent game, before X and Y, and now they won't be able to play online, which is quite disappointing.
More than a dozen Hellgas battleships.
But at least Sony, hopefully, will support the PS3. At least they said they will for at least another 5 years.
They'll get there in time.
Because they want to get that at least a 10-year, 12-year lifespan out of the system. And since next gen isn't progressing as quickly or as much as they want it to, they've got some work out of them.
I mean, it's not even really ready yet. Like, does the PS4 even have their YouTube app yet?
No.
Yeah.
PS4 still doesn't have stupid YouTube app.
Let's move like we mean it. Time's running out.
Anyways, there's also vehicle stuff. Because I remember from the demo in this game, they had a turret section. You're flying around a turret and you're just shooting stuff. I don't know whether that's going to be next or... Because this actually happens, like, this whole thing is like 6 months before. Because it turns out at the end of the intro, the guy you're playing is disguised as a Hellgast, is one of the main characters, who's freeing his friend. And he gets into this main room, he's supposed to execute his buddy, turns around, shoots Malcolm McDowell in the face, and it's like, ha!
Spoiler.
It's the very beginning of the game.
Okay.
Very beginning of the game, doesn't it? And it's like 6 months earlier. I don't know if you get to that point. Usually when they do that, they have you play through a general version of the past 6 months, and then you get to that point. It's like flashback, flash forward kind of thing. I don't know whether this game works out that way, but
Again.
but this is that guy. This is the McDowell character. He looks like it too. It kind of,
Ignoring it on purpose.
Yes, I'm Malcolm McDowell. Whatever. Anyways,
Is it? You built the weapon, Stahl.
This is an old man. He doesn't really learn.
oh man, no, not necessarily, but.
Am I the only person here?
But the character and the stereotype, obviously, this is like the symbols and things are screaming Nazi. The coloration and the design and everything is like, you know,
The types of uniforms.
yeah. But it's Hellgas. It's not Nazi, even though everything, you know, about them is like, you know, control and destruction and mayhem and stuff.
All in one place. Then we kill.
But even then, I don't care whether anyone survives or dies or does anything because it's so unimportant and complicated too. Between all the games, and there's also a comic series and novels, the thing they're supposed to expand this very complex story. And if you like complex stories, I suppose you can force yourself to get into it and you know, this is details, but in general, it's just not that impressive.
Bargain with the IX.
I still just pauses and I can't skip it. Why can't I skip it?
Because they're explaining complicated story.
I don't care about complicated story. If it's unimportant, whatever.
Your efforts. I want the
Anyways,
in the hour.
yeah, the game also supports the sharpshooter. It's like, ooh, it's one of those Wii-style attachments for the Move controller, which makes it into an assault rifle. So it's supposed to be a little better than the typical thing. But I wouldn't be able to say for sure. Okay, so this is vehicle combat here.
Form up on me. This is Velasquez on Hammer 4.
We're in a tank.
I'm in a tank. I
Now,
wanted
is
to fire
this on rail then,
shell.
or-
It's on rail shooting,
Okay.
yeah. I can't control where the tank's going. So
It's probably better that way. Just saying.
I control the machine gun or the firing cannon. Should be able to like, zoom in. There we go.
Well, shoot that big.
Stalled. I repeat, the convoy is stalled.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously the gun overheats too, so you gotta
You hear me? Copy that.
keep track of that.
We just switch between two guns. Yeah.
That's it. We're clear. Defiance moving forward. Defiance, stick with the convoy.
And then trying to run around.
We got this. Hellgas on.
Yeah.
Defiance, wait for backup. Negative, Hammer.
So anyways, at least from what I could gather, of the 6 months later, this is like from the 6 months earlier, their main leader had been killed by the rebels. And so the rebels were supposed to just capture him and interrogate him and then let him go. Kind of try to do some sort of like surrender or peace treaty kind of thing. But of course one of the guys jumped the gun and ended up killing him, making the battle even worse. Like we were trying to end this war and now it's just going to be even more bloodshed. Because you guys couldn't keep it together.
Jesus, they're firing on us.
And I don't know what happens much after that, but it's about time to end the episode. So until next time, happy gaming.